Desdemona.
Please, work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
I'll work with you then.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the codename Patriot. So you need to infiltrate the Institute and make contact with Patriot.
How do I make contact?
Tom devised a way to send a message to Patriot. We can plant a coded message on an Institute terminal. And, if all goes well, he'll respond. Just see Tom, and you can proceed from there.
The route's been cleared. H-222 is safe to move.
I've heard. Dr. Amari reported that he's already in transit. Good job.
Anything else I need to do?
No. You've bought us time to find a new route out of the memory den. The crisis is over for now. Take this. You've earned it.
Hey, it's Whisper. Whisper's back.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing something.
I suppose you're here.
The Courser's dead.
Recalculating probability matrix based off new data. Reward dispensed.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
Bet you never met
I cleared out some Gen 1s for Randolph Safe House.
Randolph is still operational? Finally, some good news. We thought they were another casualty of the switchboard disaster. But Randolph's been dark for too long. It'll be controversial, but we have to put them under quarantine.
Is a quarantine really necessary?
It's possible the safe house has been replaced by Institute infiltrators. It's happened before. No. The smart move, the only move, is to keep them isolated until we know for certain. Our only communication with Randolph is going to be by dead drop. Check in periodically with Drummer Boy. He coordinates the dead drops for us. Thanks.
Heads up, Tom's got more goodies in stock.
Oh,
Check with him.
man, you were actually there? Inside the belly of the beast? No time for that, though. Let's set you up to contact Patriot. I got here one genuine Tinker Time special. Just load her up onto a holotape, plug her into any Institute terminal, and execute.
Hey, Tom.
You need anything?
Let's take a look.
Okay, here's what I got.
Dare assume you're being watched.
Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
Would you like to?
As you wish, sir.
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
Hey, Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
No, not now.
All right, then. Shall I accompany you, sir?
pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
Actually, I'll be back later.
Very well, sir. Sleep or food in order to survive.
Try not to sever anything you might miss.
My onboard functions. Self-diagnostic complete. I'm happy to report I won't be falling apart on you anytime soon. I must apologize for the odd noises I'm currently emitting, a consequence of being mechanical in nature. You lead the way and I'll follow, sir. It's a pleasure to serve with you, sir. It's a rather pleasant evening, wouldn't you say? Whatever it is we're out here looking for, I'm certain we'll find it soon. It's astounding how much we still have to discover out here.
My systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency. I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
Your emotions appear to be an anomaly in your programming. Perhaps you should have them purged. We have the entire Commonwealth to explore. Where should we go next? Don't worry. My ocular sensors are well suited for travel at night.
There's so much ground
fear, sir. I will ensure your safety to the best of my ability.
Hey.
On.
My databanks continue to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the
Decided
compound.
to play tin soldiers?
I'm new here. Did you have anything you wanted me to do?
Yeah, let me show you.
Sure. Got it.
I trust you're enjoying my company. You and I make quite an effective team. A pleasure to see you again, sir. Returning to my duties.
Okay.
It's astounding how much we still have to discover out here. Whatever it is we're out here looking for, I'm certain we'll find it soon.
See a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work. Hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
I just want to trade a few things.
If you need a weapon, you've come to the right place.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure.
Anything I can lug for you?
I just want to trade a few things.
Looking for a weapon?
I'll take a look, sure.
Here's what I've got.
Can we trade a few things?
I'm sure I've got something you need.
Let's see what you have.
Great.
Let's trade some things.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
Traveling with you is uplifting. Would you like me to go with you?
Ada, are you picking up a signal from any more of the rogue robots?
I'd be happy to scan for one if you like.
Do you think there are any more out there?
Sadly, the Mechanist did not keep very close track of the bots she released into the wild. A moment. The signal is faint, but yes, robot located.
What the fuck was that?
So that's it, huh?
You can probably put the gun away. I think we're safe here.
Rowdy.
You want to spiff up your power armor? You've come to the right place. The Atom Cats have the most far-out mods this side of the apocalypse.
Let's see what you got.
We could use a few more suits around here. We could use a few more suits. Around here?
Nothing I hate more than the way this scumbags. If you run into any, put a few down for me.
You know what I'd call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
chit-chat?
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Just when you think you're safe, you're not. That's how they always get you.
Yes? I should have done more. I hope those raiders pay for what they've done.
What?
You sure we're not gonna need... that?
Another day of hard work. It never changes. I'm sure I have something you need.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what I've got.
We'll make something out of the Commonwealth yet. It's a nice little setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
I keep busy fixing the meals and tending house.
They're gonna have a hell of a time swimming in there with all that foliage.
Let's see now.
From what I hear, that rogue synth of Portalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Excuse me.
Requisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
I'll take a look, sure.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done. All that he has built.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioned?
My apologies,
You know what
sir.
happens
I
when
was
people
issued a
get
defective
robots to
cleansing
do all
unit.
their work? They get fat, real people doing real...
If that's how you...
Because we could do... It's wasted. In any case, perhaps a fresh perspective will do... Don't make excuses. You're clearly...
Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. Never understand.
routine security check. See anything
Dr. Fillmore.
suspicious lately?
Suspicious? What do you mean by suspicious?
I mean, like
What's on your
dodging my
mind?
questions. No, nothing to report, sir.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new it's a good thing.
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Huh?
This is day 8 of Trial 6, the last active but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality map almost identically to expectations. Some of the most, it's almost like I too good.
Here, right? I've heard
Of
about
course,
it. No one knew
it's
ever
not
shows up
really
around here.
Sean.
You like
None of
the
his
Institute
memories
so
are
far?
in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I
Amazing.
think.
No doubt
I know
about
I've been
Yeah,
caught up in
I like
the
it here,
moment
too.
or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still,
So you've been
I think
above
we'll
ground.
need to consider restricting
Is it
him to
really
the
all this
lab
straight up
only
there?
for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his
It's a disaster. Hard to
If
believe
I were
anyone has
slightly more
survived.
arrogant,
Yeah,
I might
that's kind of what I
consider
thought.
it a sign of success.
This one time, I modified a radio so I can listen to the broadcast from up there. I think it's called Diamond City. The music was neat, but I didn't understand a lot of what they were talking about. Hey, don't tell Dr. Watson I did that, okay? I might get in trouble. I should do my reading. Maybe we could talk some more some other time, okay?
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Yeah?
It's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad's in the business of helping synths too. That makes us friends.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually...
Nice work bringing that rogue synth.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Won't be able to hack this.
It could have been anything. It was probably just...
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
If it were just a limb twitching, but her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movement are only used on thin backs. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to lock into one of your... Speaking about artificial sensations, don't lie. I've heard enough of it by now. Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, you know what you're trying to tell me.
Just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
Hello. Welcome. Please, take this for processing.
The synths are treating you well, I hope?
If you ask me, the synth software could use a little debugging.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've increased synth responsiveness by 0.04%.
Hey there.
Hello.
Welcome. Please proceed
I'm
directly to processing.
new here.
Good to see you.
All our divisions are important, but I tend to think of robotics first of all.
Best part of my day is coming.
All this must be overwhelming for you.
Nothing short of a revelation.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. He's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years. Some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Scanning. Subject identified. If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
Sometimes Clinton is really mean to me. But
What's that?
Someone there? Out there somewhere!
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed. Unit critically damaged. Repairs impossible.
Suffer and bleed!
If they return, I will be ready. Someone present?
This is no game, human! We win, you die!
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
Yes.
Go ahead and hide, little Peter.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed.
Around my neck! Breathe for your worthless life! You'll never leave here alive!
Regrettable occurrence.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Some air fresheners, a new coat of paint, and it'll all be good as new.
If only it were that simple. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Half of you know this already, but something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT, but they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did he find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of, so get it done. Have you met with Patriot yet?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Pam wants to talk with you. She's in back. We've got a lot of synths in play right now. Makes things really dangerous.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
What's at Cambridge Polymer?
Cambridge Polymer Labs, LLC, had several active military contracts, specializing in robotics. The region is currently classified as extremely dangerous.
After you get the password report back here. With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
Pam.
Human-machine interface set to 100%. Hello, Agent. I could use your help in acquiring another DIA cache.
I can recover it.
Location of cache being transmitted to your Pip-Boy. Conversation terminated.
Up top, you gotta be careful. Never know when you're being watched. How do you even fit down here like that?
My safe house says Malden's clean.
Hey.
Glad
You need anything?
Let's take a look.
Take a look. Every synth that makes it out, there's a round on.